Hi there folks, and welcome to the final video in the series reviewing and looking at Infestation cards, all the new ones. In this video I will be going through the Exiles, and I will be going through all of the Exiles cards that have been changed coming Infestation, because the entire faction has had a big rework. So I will be going all over the previous faction cards as well, all the ones that have been changed. So here we go, guys, jumping straight into it. First of all, the card Alpha Demon. This is an Infestation card. It's a 2 purity, 4 cost, 6 morale, 10/9. It is one of the Overlord characters I've been talking about. So if Alpha Demon is in the combat zone, all other demons you control get +2/+2. The reason it's slightly better than the other Overlord characters is because there are not as many Exile Demon cards as there are other cards in other sets. So that's why it gains more damage. Moving on, I've been talking about the Swarmers a lot. Here we go, here's the Swarmer. Here's the final Swarmer that you've been waiting for. The Exile Swarmer. So it's a 1 purity, 3 cost, 4 morale, 4/6. It's an insectoid. All insectoids you gain consume 2. So, very cool ability. Obviously synergizes with the other factions extremely well. So I look forward to seeing that. I look forward to seeing the action of the insectoids. I really want to see them. Right, Cressel. Cressel has now become the embodiment of Exiles, becoming the 3 purity card. So it's a 4 cost, 5 morale, 10/7. It's obviously a Rise card that's been changed. They've got this ability called Exile. So this has Exiled 2. If an exiled card is discarded, it may be played at the start of the next turn for the exiled cost. So this faction now is all about discarding. Really cool. Really cool mechanic. But also, Cressel's still got the ability, when Cressel the Mad leaves the battlefield, each player discards their hand. He's still got exactly that ability. So it's really cool. So this Exile 2, so means you can play for 2 costs if he's discarded that turn for the start of the next turn. So it's going to be really cool. Moving on to Demonic Disciple, a big overhaul on this card. It's now still a 1 cost, 1 morale, 1 purity, 4/4. It's got Exile 1, so it's a 1 cost. If you discard it, it still costs 1 when you want to bring it out for the exiled cost. If you pay the exile cost, Demonic Disciple transforms into a 6/6 demon. So if you pay the exile cost, it's a bit stronger. It's pretty straightforward. Obviously, it's unlimited characters. It's going to be quite cool. There's going to be some decks made up of just this. This is an Infestation card, Demonic Mercenary. It's a 2 purity, 4 cost, 6 morale, and a 12/10, which is pretty big. It's also got another ability that's coming to Exiles is Plunder. Plunder means if it attacks a fortress, it draws a card for that amount. So if this card hits a fortress, it's got Plunder 1, it will draw a card from your deck into your hand. It's pretty good. Pretty cool. It's going to be interesting to see what you come out. So this set is based around discarding your hand and drawing. So look forward to seeing some of that. Devil of Despair has had a little bit of an overhaul as well. It is a 1 purity, 3 cost, 10 morale, 5/5. Still got the Consume 3, still got the Untouchable, still got the Cannot Be Killed from non-damage sources. But now it has an active ability. Discard 1 random card. Devil of Despair is moved into the assault zone and gains +3/+3 until the end of the turn. Activate this ability only while on the battlefield. So you've got the discard and you've got the buffing to make this guy bigger to then buff him even further. So this guy, be very afraid of this card when defending. This card could eat you alive, literally. It can be very powerful, very potent. So be on the lookout for this guy. Be on the lookout for him. Infestation card here. We got 1 purity, 4 cost, 5 morale. Frenzied Monstrosity. Discard 1. It's got an active ability. Discard 1 card at random. Frenzied Monstrosity deals itself 4 damage and gains 4 power. Activate this ability only while he's on the battlefield. So again, discarding cards from your hand. And he's a 10/10, so he's a big creature, so I'll make him a nice 14/14. So sorry, 14/6. Sorry, should I say? So he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Gambler has not changed. Gambler is exactly the same. Hungry Abomination. This is another Infestation card, which is cool. He's got Consume 2. He's a 2 purity, 6 cost, 6 morale, 10/10. Whenever you discard a character card, Hungry Abominations gains power and health equal to the discarded card's power and health. So, as if you play this guy out, the more you discard, the bigger this guy gets, which is a scary thought. Exiles now are very, very strong, and a lot of people are going to be playing them, and they're going to demolish a lot of people, I think. Hungry Devil is exactly the same. Infected Devil is another Infestation card. It's a 1 purity, 3 cost, 3 morale demon character. When it's an 8/6. When Infected Devil would die, it transforms into a 6/4 Sleeper of Avarak. So once it dies, it still has a use. It still comes back as a Sleeper of Avarak every 3 turns, so it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool card. And he's just got a very messed up arm, which is awesome. This guy, Infested Abomination. This is a dual purity faction card. It's an Exile Sleeper card. It's a 5 cost, 5 morale, 5/5. At the end of the turn, if Infested Abomination is in your graveyard, each opponent takes 2 damage. So, it's pretty cool. So you discard this guy, both fortresses take 2 damage at the end of every turn. So, it's kind of a ticking time bomb kind of thing. If you have a couple of these in, it's going to do some damage. So, it's a pretty cool card. It's a pretty cool card. Look out for this. Look out for this. Definitely. Right. Nisrig. Everyone loves a bit of Nisrig. 2 purity, 4 cost, 7 morale, 10/9. Unique character demon. So he's had a big overhaul. So consume 3, which is pretty good. At the start of your turn, sacrifice another character. If you do not, Nisrig dies. If Nisrig dies, all characters he has killed has returned to play. So he's had a big overhaul. He's kind of being brought down in cost, brought down in most things, so he's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. Princess Henreki hasn't changed. He's still exactly the same. Ritual Master is a big change. Used to sacrifice characters to buff other characters. Now it's a obviously still 1 purity, 2 cost, 5 morale, 0/5, same as before. Pay 1, exhaust, discard 1 card at random, and give all characters you control +1/+1. So, excuse me. He basically does the same thing as before, but instead he discards characters from your hand. So, more of the discard mechanic. More and more of the discard mechanics. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. This is a big change. Splatterer. This guy was an ability, now he's a character. So, he's got changed quite a bit. So, he's a 2 purity, 5 cost, 7 morale. Discard 1 random card, splatter against plunder 2 until the end of the turn. Activate this ability only while on the battlefield. So, plunder 2 obviously means he'll draw 2 cards if he attacks the fortress directly. And he's a 14/10. He's big. He's big and scary. So, look out for this guy. So, obviously, if you plunder, you can draw cards and discard more and so on and so on and so on. So, he's pretty cool. Unstable Demon is the only change to him is the Exile 1 cost. So, if he's discarded, he will be brought back. Straight simple as really. If he's discarded, you can play him for the Exile cost, which is just 1. She's extremely cheap for what he is. So look forward to him. This guy, I love this guy. Weezer, Demon of Smog. 1 purity, 3 cost, 4 morale, 5/5. When Weezer comes into play, your opponent cannot target their own cards with spells and abilities this turn. So it's cool. It's like an untouchable for your entire opponent's set. So like against Constructor, against lots of things. It's really cool. Really cool card. So I'm interested to see what happens with this guy. What plays people manage to make with this guy. He's really cool. I love the animation of him as well. He looks awesome. Chaos on the Ranks has no change. Dehumanize has no change. Demonic Corruption is exactly the same. Demonize. This is a new Infestation card. A 1 cost, 1 purity, 3 cost magic ability card. Target character in a combat zone is transformed into a 5/5 demon with Consume 2. So, you could turn a big character into something small, or you could turn a little character into something decent. It's got 2 uses. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And Demonize, the artwork is really cool. It's kind of crawling all over his body. It looks really nice. But you have to check this out. This is a cool card. There's going to be some interesting plays coming out of this. Gather the Weak has changed. So 1 purity, 2 cost ability card. 3 4/4 demonic disciples are created in your hand. Created in your hand. So they're no longer 1/1s, and they're created in your hand, not in the deck. So because obviously this faction is based on discarding, so creating it in your hand, you'll be able to discard them then. So it's cool. It's cool. It works, and this card makes more sense to the faction now. We've got Mind Splinter. This is an Infestation card. 1 purity, 3 cost, exile 1, so it's an ability with an exile cost. So if this card is discarded, you can play it for 1. At the start of the next turn, target opponents discard 2 cards. You can use this on yourself. You can use this on yourself as well as your opponent. So use it for your opponent to make him discard 2 cards, which is, if it's not exiles, it's detrimental to him. You can use it on yourself to make sure you target the exact cards, discard the cards that you want. So it's really, really cool ability, really versatile. Scramble, 2 cost, 1 purity, exile. So basically, if it just says exile, it means it's exile 0. So if it's discarded, you can play it for nothing. All cards on the field are randomly repositioned within the same zone they are currently in. This is just a chaos card. It's just pretty much a chaos card. So it's, you throw this out there, it just mixes up people's attack. So if they've perfectly positioned them, how they want them to attack, how they want to defend, throw this out, it just messes all that up. So it's kind of, I don't think this card will see much play, but it's a fun card to play with, fun card to play around with. Wholesale Slaughter is exactly the same. The Demon Waste, this is the exile location that we've been waiting for. 2 purity, 2 cost location. Pay 2, pay 2, exhaust. Reveal 1 random card from your hand. Target a character in a combat zone gets -X until the end of the turn, where X is the cost of that revealed card. It's pretty cool. So, at the start of each turn, you're able to make cards smaller, make their attack defense smaller, or if it's a really small card and you get lucky, it could potentially kill it because it brings its health down. So, you don't know. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. So I look forward to seeing what people come up with this Demon Waste card. It's pretty good. Chalice of Madness hasn't changed, but it makes more sense now. At the start of each turn, before drawing a turn, each player must discard a card. It makes more sense because it's advantageous to you because you need to discard cards, but it's detrimental to your opponent. So it works. Chalice of Madness works now. Crystal of Madness, 2 purity, 3 cost. This is the artifact card for Exiles. Unique artifacts. If you do not have any cards in your hand at the end of the turn, draw a card. Simple. So basically, you get to draw a card if you have no hand. So basically, if you're discarding cards really quickly, discarding cards really quickly, then yeah, you can start to draw cards using this ability, using this card. Only a 3 cost. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So there you go, guys. There's my overlook at the new Exiles. They all look really good, and I'm really excited to see what people come up with. I think they're going to be very strong and very competitive, actually. So I've got a very unique mechanic, and they're going to interact with other factions in a crazy way. So we'll see how we go. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate you watching this set of videos here, and I hope it helps you out. And the reason I did these videos is to show you guys, because I wanted, when Rise came out, I wanted some videos like this so I could see what I was looking for. So I could go, right, which is my favorite faction? Click on that video and go watch my go look at which cards I want, which cards I want to get, which cards I want in which decks and such like. So thank you very much for watching. Please check out my Twitch TV channel, NovaBlue353. I'm streaming there quite a lot with mostly Infinity Wars, so please stop by if you get a chance. So thank you very, very much, guys, for watching this series of videos, and I appreciate the support, and I will see you again, guys. So thank you very much. Cheers.